Abdullahi Mariah. He is the Northern Coordinator of Global Peace Foundation in Nigeria. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for joining us, sir.
You are most welcome for having us.
All right, great.
Thank you for having us this morning.
Great.
Right.
Let's start by talking about the tensions that we have experienced in this country over the years, whether it be religious crisis, whether it be in Kano, in Kaduna, and different parts of the country. Why have we in 2022, people would expect that Nigerians would have gone beyond that and would be, moving with the speed of the 21st century and talking about better ways to grow our economy or, our different sectors. But we are still at it, at each other's throats because of what one person believes in or what the other person believes in. What do you think is responsible for this divide? Reverend Hayab.
Thank you very much. When you say that we are still behind the 21st century, and I ask myself whether you also understand that it is in the 21st century that we are having ASU strike for months, and our government have not done what is right. It is in the 21st century that dollars were shared to delegates at the presidential primaries, and we have not gone out of that. It is in the 21st century that I just read a while ago that Kaduna State and Cross River State are the highest indebted or states that have gone to collect money from China so that they will, and my understanding is that the future generation will continue to be paying those debts. So there are so many things that we have not done for the 21st century. So if we have not taken care of those things in how do we expect people to start thinking like 21st century people? Because before people think as civilized people, before people think according to the century, they're supposed to have been a good foundation, educational foundation, experience-wise, provision of social amenities, good governance, that would have made them think right. But we are still living in yesterday. Things have not really worked well for us. Our leaders are still even exploiting our tribal differences, exploiting our religious differences, so that they will continue to steal our commonwealth and we cannot challenge them. So when you think about people not thinking according to the century, have you forgotten that they've not really been led according to the century? We are still being led as if we just got independence yesterday.
All right, so we want to find out if is this unanimous? Do you agree with this?
Sheikh, can you hear?
Sheikh, do you have a comment on this?
Yeah, you see, as rightly pinpointed by my dear brother, Reverend John Joseph Hayab, it is mind-boggling that in the 21st century here in Nigeria, instead of the country to be progressing, but as rightly pinpointed by him indirectly, the country is retrogressing. Look at education. Fundamentally is the tool that differentiates animal from human beings. But education in this century is comatose in this country. For instance, for more than half of a year, our children are at home, pursuant to ASU strike, and the government is doing nothing to bring the strike to an end. The primary education has also completely been subjected to extinction. The secondary education has also been subjected to extinction in the 21st century in Nigeria. For instance, in the state I have come from, Kaduna State, that state cannot boast of a single secondary school whose library is well equipped, whose science laboratories are well equipped, whose teachers are complete. You will notice that in one secondary school, you have only one mathematics teacher, one English teacher, and in some secondary schools across the state, you'll notice that they don't even have English teachers or mathematics teachers and other subject teachers. This is very unfortunate. Then in terms of insecurity, we are supposed to be progressing in this country in the 21st century in terms of security, because we have had a very bad share in terms of insecurity in the 20th century. So we thought we were going to progress in terms of security in the 21st century, but the story is also mind-boggling. For instance, last year alone, 2021, in Nigeria, more than 10,366 people were killed by non-state actors. In my state alone, more than 1,192 people lost their lives pursuant to the actions or inactions of non-state actors. This is very unfortunate. So, as rightly pinpointed earlier, indirectly by my brother, Reverend John Joseph Hayab, the country is in distress in the 21st century.
Can we just leave these only at the feet of our leaders? Because I hear this, the undertone is, we have bad leadership, bad governance. They're not leading us to right. But can we leave this blame solely at the feet of government? What about those who are supposed religious leaders like you, leaders of thought, traditional rulers, the guys who are in charge of the home front? Can we solely put this blame on the government?
As for religious leaders, what we are supposed to do constitutionally is limited. And we do all that we can. We make concerted efforts at all times to ensure that things go the right way. For example, what we are doing now is part of what the religious leaders are supposed to be doing, enlightening the general public about the situation of their society so that they can do all that they can, of which to compel the authorities to do the needful. This is part of our work. You cannot force a horse to take water, to drink water, but you can only guide it to where water can be obtained.
Okay.
So what we can do is very, very limited constitutionally in terms of societal behavior and attitude. What the religious leaders can do is also limited.
Okay, sorry to cut you short.
Fundamentally, we are meant to be speaking truth to power, and we are doing it according to our efforts.
Okay. All right, let me call Reverend into this and try to modify this a bit. So, Reverend, from what I'm hearing, we agree on both grounds that the problem is majorly a government issue. If you don't take care of security, you don't take care of education, what do you expect religion? There should be intolerance. People will not know what they're supposed to know. So, am I hearing, is it hopeless for us as a nation? Is this hopeless? Will this continue? Is there no way out of this if government doesn't wake up to its responsibilities? Is there nothing we can do as a people?
Okay, thank you for asking me to comment on this also. The truth is that, as my brother said, we have a limited role as religious leaders. Our main job is to sensitize, educate, and mobilize people towards good work, and also to speak to power. Unfortunately, the system in Nigeria do not want any contrary view. The fact of all is that people want us to clap for them even when we are dying. People want us to clap for them even when things are not going well. People want us to clap and hail them even when everything around is showing that things are getting bad, out of hand. I've seen a situation where when you even call on government to remind them that there are things they've not done right, next thing you hear is that they want to call you names, they want to accuse you, they want to say things. So they've actually forced many Nigerians to become praise singers because you want to belong, you want to be accepted, you want to be part of those whose name is ringing favorable in government cycle. So Nigerians don't even know what to tell their leaders. Again, Nigerians just keep singing praises. So my brother is saying simply that yes, we all have a responsibility. But if you ask me as a pastor, I'll tell you I'm doing my best. I have never kept quiet. But I'm not sure that I've seen a reciprocation from the leaders. That's the political leaders who constitutionally are responsible. You know, I don't run a budget. I don't have a budget for a state, neither do I have a budget for any development. My budget is to speak and make sure that evil do not think that people are sleeping. So that's what we do, and we've been doing it. What other role? Religiously, I think government is supposed to celebrate and appreciate the religious groups in Nigeria because they have contributed a lot in employment. If you know the number of people who walk around religious institutions in Nigeria and compared to those that are engaged by government in their ministries, they have really nothing to write home about. If there are 10 million Nigerians working, I can assure you that 3 million are with government, 7 million are with the religious institutions. So you see, religious institutions are providing jobs for Nigeria. And then educationally, when you look at the schools that we own, the schools we provide, even the quality of education in our school, it's something to. I'm a Baptist pastor. The Baptist Convention have a university, have different institutions around, have secondary schools. The fact that government took away our schools many years ago and it destroyed them, but we've still rebuilt new ones and we are making contribution to nation building. We employ people as teachers, we employ people as cleaners, we employ people as staff generally there. So there are services we are rendering and beautifying even the state and beautifying the country. So we are contributing. But what we simply need is that if our institutions are contributing to nation building, the government that's supposed to be the institution that will stabilize everything should put the enable environment so that more contribution will come. And Sheikh Maria earlier said something very, very important. How can you contribute to society when there is no security, when there is no peace, when you cannot travel, when you just hear a sound of everything, you start running thinking that the end has come? That is one of the key challenges today. Our economy is not growing because people cannot even go to certain markets. People cannot do certain businesses because things are crumbling. There is no security. People cannot travel freely. When people travel, a lot of money exchange hands. Either people paying as passengers, people buying food on the road, people buying certain things on the road. But it's not happening now because people have to be forced to remain where they are. Because if you travel, then the money you are going to pay bandits will be far, far, far more than stay at home.
Let me bring us back. Let me bring us back to the intolerance part of it. I hear you. I hear the Sheikh. You say you're doing your best, but you're two people that we're talking to, and there are several others that are like you that we may not say the same thing. And this is where I'm going with that. As much as we're leaving this at the foot of government yet again, are you doing enough in terms of rallying around your members? And I know that there is a religious council of sorts across the states of the Federation. Because I'm wondering, who radicalizes a person? Who makes this religion hate the other religion? Who says, so for me, I'm a Christian, I'm better off than a Muslim. Oh, I'm a Muslim, I'm better off than a Christian. Where is the sensitization? It's from the pulpit. You're the one who reads the Bible. The Sheikh is the one who reads the Quran. He interprets it. You interpret it. And so it's not the leader. It's not the politician. You see where I'm going? Is it the politician that tells you to hate on your brother or kill somebody because that person blasphemed against your religion, or just don't look down on them because you know what they're doing isn't right?
In this perspective,
would you want to respond to it?
Yes.
In this, okay. You want me to respond?
No, go ahead, please.
Okay. In this perspective, you will notice that the fundamental problem is not the religion, but some of the followers of the religion. No religion radicalizes its members, but some religious leaders misapply the religion with a view to radicalizing their congregants. Going by the teachings of the religion of Islam, for instance, the religion always enjoins its members to treat humanity as a whole with good conduct. Whether one practices Islam or not, you are expected to uphold their honor and also to respect whatever religion they are practicing. You are supposed to love for them what you love for yourself. Because Islam emphasizes the importance of the recognition and the respect one is to attach to the unity of humanity. Because regardless of religious inclination, we are all from Adam and Eve. That is why Islam says no compulsion in religion. It means that one must not be a Muslim before you love them. One must not be a Muslim before you respect them. One must not be a Muslim before you allow them to practice the religion of their choice. fundamentally what you are expected to do is to consider their humanity. Once somebody belongs to this very esteemed family, that is the human family, you are expected as a Muslim to treat them with good conduct.
Okay.
So whenever you hear some Muslims, or whenever you see some Muslims doing the contrary, they are now saying or doing what they are doing or saying what they are doing contrary to the tenets, injunctions, and teachings of the religion of Islam.
Okay.
So simply, I call this misapplication of the religion of Islam.
All right. We have to take a quick.
Myself and my brother, Reverend John Joseph, we have been relating for more than a decade.
Mm-hmm.
You will think that we practice the same religion.
Okay.
Why is that so? Because he practices Christianity in accordance to how Christianity is to be practiced. And I do all that I can to practice Islam as it should be practiced. That is why we relate very well, despite the fact that we practice different religions.
Okay. Well, just in case you're joining us, we're still talking about religious tolerance. Of course, there is intolerance as we speak, but of course, we're talking about why we should be tolerant, especially to our brothers and our sisters. Well, we have Reverend Joseph John Hayab, and of course, we also have Sheikh Mariah joining us live. We're going to, on the other side of the clock, take some of your comments, but then we need to, drive this conversation to where we want it. But in the meantime, we have to go for a quick break and bring you some messages. When we come back, it's still What's Up Lagos. Stay with us.
I'll take it to Lagos, to Lagos. I'll take it to Lagos. I'll take it to Lagos.
For talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
What gave you the audacity? I say, what gave you the temerity?
Oga contractor, why all this big grammar today?
Don't mind this site manager. I tell him, say from now on, he must wait for me to come open all the Lafayette cement bags before them begin work. Him not the year war.
Oga, you self want to better inside the Lafarge Win Better Season 1 promo.
See you. Who not like better thing?
Yes, so Lafarge Win Better Season 1 promo don't land from now till October 2022. When you buy Lafarge cement, check inside the bag for your scratch card. Scratch am, anything you see, now your luck be that. If you see recharge card, top up your airtime instanta. But if you see tear rubber car, keke, TV, generator, industrial fan, DSTV, Go TV, bag of rice, and other better things, call the number on top your scratch card. We go deliver your gift to you sharply. Oh yeah, call your retailer, begin buy Lafarge cement, make you the win the go. See posters for more tori. Terms and conditions apply, sha.
Lafarge, building progress for people and for we planet.
Believe and win big. Experience the wonder of the FIFA World Cup in Qatar with Coca-Cola. Buy any Coca-Cola product with a white cap. Check the code under the cap and dial *8014 *1 code hash to participate for free. You could win an all-expense paid trip to the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. There's also 250 million naira in airtime to be won instantly. T's and C's apply. Coca-Cola, official partner of the FIFA World Cup. This promo is approved by the FCCPC.
The Information Communication Technology and Telecommunications Expo ICTEL 2022 is here with the team ensuring efficient digital infrastructure in Nigeria. This year's ICTEL Expo will create a platform for all stakeholders, brand executives, founders and entrepreneurs, government and trade agencies and many others engage in robust discussions on improving the government's plans towards growing the digital economy by 2025. Key event highlights include exhibition, product unveil, conferences and seminar presentations, panel sessions, and lots more. Date: August 31st to September 1st, 2022. Time: 9 a.m. daily. Venue: the Muson Center, Lagos, Nigeria. For more information on exhibition and sponsorship, call 0806 921 7414 or 0802 932 6610 or log on to our website www.ictelexpo.com.ng.
Today is a good day. A good day to take a walk. A good day to reach for your goals. A good day to finish reading that book. A good day to connect with your friends while doing the things you love. A good day to shoot your shot. A good day to enjoy life to the fullest with Malta Guinness.
Malta Guinness. Enjoy a world of good.
Are you looking to gain valuable skills to achieve your career goals? At Now University of Nigeria, Abuja, we equip students with vital employability skills through our top quality undergraduate, postgraduate, and A-level programs. With our international faculty, innovative teaching, and partnerships with prestigious organizations, we prepare students for global impact. For inquiries, contact 090-3632-6881. To apply, visit nowuniversity.edu.ng.
Waiting you sabi about the beautiful game. You there for the life and style. Fantasy leagues, bass goals, ginger and Okon. Breaking down the stats even to the MVPs. Taking no L's and only for the W's. I beg. Ensure Max Pro get news for you. Football season is back. Live, e-choke. Watch the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, anywhere on any screen. Mado. Stream the action from SuperSport live on Showmax Pro. Sign up at showmax.com.
You need money, rent money, business money, rent money, school fees money, rent money, anything money, rent money, house rent money, rent money, money to hold body, rent money, you want to invest your money, rent money, anything money, rent money.
For personal or business loans or to earn great interest on your savings, visit rainmoney.com or call 0700 5500. Need money, Rain Money.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's What's Up Lagos, baby. Get set.
Well, it's still What's Up Lagos 99.3 Nigeria Info, we're the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station. Of course, on the side of the clock, we're still talking about religious intolerance, and of course, we're trying to look on the flip side to see how we can learn to be tolerant of one another. And our guest this morning, Sheikh Haliru Abdullahi Mariah, is the Northern Coordinator for Global Peace Foundation in Nigeria, and Reverend Joseph John Hayab is the Chairman, Christian Association of Nigeria, Kaduna State. And we have been, of course, talking about the things that are at the core of the intolerance that we are facing in Nigeria. We've talked about poverty, lack of education, formal and informal, and of course we've talked about the religious aspect, which is, of course, from the pulpit or from the preachers.
Yeah, I also have mentioned insecurity also.
Yes.
Part of things that foster this. And before we went off, the Sheikh was actually explaining that radicalization, nobody will get onto the mosque and say you guys will have to be radicalized. It's the misapplication of what the Quran actually states is what some people are doing. That he has a wonderful relationship with other religions, and this should be what applies across board.
To continue this conversation, let's talk about the divisions that we already have had before time. Let's not even just talk about the religious aspects. Let's talk about the ethnic divisions that again, politicians, leaders have taken advantage of, to continue. Because if you ask me, the lines are getting broader and broader. And as we start this conversation, I did say, why should we, at this time in our lives, still be talking about something like this? Divisions such as ethnic, religious, and of course now we've added the political to it. Some people would say that religious leaders have become very politicized, so much so that this is also affecting what they say on the pulpit. Reverend Hayab, I'll start with you.
Well, I sometimes wonder whether we think that religious leaders are not human beings, whether we think religious leaders are not citizens, whether we think religious leaders don't have rights and privileges as citizens. You see, once I was born as a Nigerian, then after growing, I realized that my life will be better if I give my life to Jesus Christ. So I am first a Nigerian citizen before giving my life to Jesus Christ. In Christian theology, you are not born a Christian. My children are not Christian just because I'm a pastor. My children become Christian when they give their life to Jesus Christ. But my children are Nigerians just because I am a Nigerian and I give back to them. Whether I give back to them in London or give back to them in Kenya or wherever in the world, they are Nigerians. So I think people have to understand this. So religious leaders are part of this country. We have children going to the same school that also have been on strike. We are in the community, in the same community where people have been dislodged. The fact about it, I can say in Kaduna State, my church, the Baptist Church, in just one area, that's the Building God axis, have shut down over 60 churches. They are not operating. So when you talk about governance, then we are saying that religious leaders are into politics. Politics is about governance. And when we don't get involved in deciding who governs us, we will continue to face reality of what is there. You did in your earlier comment say that politicians have taken advantage of the division. No, politicians actually created the division. We were living together, going to the same market together. We don't care because we believe that human beings are members of one family. We see each other as siblings, we see each other as customers, we see each other as co-passengers, we see each other as co-workers in the office. We don't care what is your tribe, we don't care what is your religion. But the political class wanting to manipulate. You see, the reason for most of this division is so that people will be silenced and never challenge people who are stealing our commonwealth. Because when people challenge a governor or challenge someone, president, for stealing our commonwealth, his people will now say, no, he will go to his people and say, they are challenging me because I'm a Muslim. They are challenging me because I'm a Christian. They are challenging me because I'm a Northerner. They are challenging me because I'm from the South. And you see the fight now becomes between the South and the North. Well, the issue is not about the stealing. The fight now becomes between the Christians and the Muslim, and the issue is no longer about the stealing. So the political class or politicians deliberately create this division so that they will shut our mouth, divert our attention, stop us from challenging them and putting them where they belong. So I want to believe strongly that the religious leaders, yes, some of us are involved in this whole mess because either someone was a mechanic in the morning and in the evening he becomes a bishop. Or he was a vulcanizer in the morning and in the evening he becomes a sheikh. Because you see, from the church itself, you don't just become a pastor because you know how to read and write. You become a pastor, number one, by calling. You become a pastor, number two, by training. But sadly, we have so many people who have made themselves pastors and imams in Nigeria, and they are not trained, they are not called. No wonder, even during the politics, we could see that new emerging bishops came up on board. And this is the interesting part of Nigeria.
Okay, Reverend. I know Sheikh will also react in your line of thought. I keep asking one question. Is it done? Is there no hope? Because from what you're saying, pastors are human beings, imams are human beings. They'll still go through, the politicians are using this divide to do what they're doing. Is there nothing that can be done? Is there nothing we can do as a people?
When we come to discuss what are we doing and what can be done, we'll explain to you. But we have to first understand the sickness. You can't just administer drug without first admitting there is a sickness. So what we've just done now is to say, this is the sickness, and this is where we are having the problem. What are we doing? Then I will tell you how we've been engaging local communities, because we realize that most of this evil
I
think most of this evil is because local people are ignorant. Local people's capacity is weak. So we are building the capacity of local people to begin to work with their neighbors, live with their neighbors peacefully, see their neighbors as their brothers, see their neighbors as people who pass through them, the pens. I was sharing with some Christian and Muslim women a few days ago, and I said to them, I don't know whether there is a label that is different between Muslim women and Christian women. I said, no, labor is labor. I said, oh, good. If labor is labor, that means when you go to give birth to a child, you pass through pains like a Muslim, you pass through pains like a Christian. Okay, so Christian women and Muslim women must work together to tell people, don't kill our children again. Don't cause our men to begin to be drug addicts again. Don't take our commonwealth and make our children want that again. So we are working with the local communities to build this understanding, because when they come to them, they take advantage of their ignorance and begin to plant seed in their minds. Oh, you see, the reason why I couldn't construct that hospital because Christians were on my neck. They were writing too much petition on newspaper. No, the reason why I couldn't build that bridge is because Muslims were disturbing me with too much complaints. That is not true.
Okay.
So we have to educate and build the capacity of the local people to work together. Because a united Nigeria, where there is no region and there is no religion, is the Nigeria that can chase away these evil people that have been exploiting and causing our people pains.
All right.
Back to you, Sheikh Haliru Maraya.
Yeah.
You are of the you obviously are a peace ambassador. I would like to categorize you as that. And of course, if you are administering or working to build peace, you're using the 8 pillars of peace peace and the peace building process. How has that helped in, because I heard Reverend Hayab talking about, starting with the grassroots. But let's start within the churches. How are you building strategic peace through churches? What are you doing that is different from the norm that will help people embrace the peace process and embrace more tolerance going forward, knowing that this is the season where all tables are being shaken, and of course there's a lot of things that are happening right now, and we need to all be on our best behavior.
You see, firstly, as a religious leader, you are expected to inculcate the teachings of the religion you are a leader in your congregants.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? For instance, as I was saying earlier, in the religion of Islam, you are not meant only to be respecting people who are Muslims, but you are meant to be respecting humanity as a whole, regardless of any difference, be it spiritual leaning, be it political leaning, inter alia. And also, you are meant to be doing what you are saying in practice, so that your congregants will really believe that what you are telling them is actually the reality of the religion, because you are putting it into practice. You understand? Fundamentally, what causes problem, as you rightly said earlier, is intolerance in relation to religious affairs. That is, people don't want the religion that they don't practice to be in existence. This is fundamentally wrong, in accordance to the tenet teachings and also injunctions of the religion of Islam. Also, repelling bad with good. Whenever any member of the human family does something wrong to you, you are not expected to pay them back with that bad thing. You are expected to repel that bad behavior with a better behavior. Also, you are meant to be teaching your congregant forgiveness. The spirit of forgiveness is very important as far as any crisis is concerned. As a human being, you have to offend one another. Therefore, what do you do to mend fences? That is to forgive. If you are not the forgiving type, the Almighty Creator will not forgive you the sins you might have committed against His injunctions. So this is what is fundamentally lacking in our societies. That is why we always record crisis. And coming back to the issue of religious leaders in politics, I don't know why people are always trying to be discriminatory against religious leaders in relation to the issue of politics. Neither the Constitution nor the two renowned holy books, the Holy Bible and the Holy Quran, prohibit a religious leader to be a politician. What matters is that the religious leader in politics should play the politics in accordance to the late rules, in accordance to what the Bible or what the Holy Quran has mandated them to do. Because you cannot separate religion from politics. But people seem always to subject religious leaders to the whole lot of discrimination in relation to politics. Religious leaders are politicians. Religious leaders are that. Religious leaders are that in relation to political perspective. This is very, very wrong.
Okay.
There were many religious leaders who governed the affairs of this country in one way or the other, and they did fantastically well. And others did not do well. That does not mean that you should generalize that religious leaders should keep away from politics.
Okay.
Politics is day-to-day life. You understand. Without religious leaders, politics will not be played as it should. Thank you.
Okay, interesting.
All right.
I think we have so many people who want to be part of this conversation, but just quickly keep your comments, your thoughts to 60 seconds. Go straight to the point. If you have a question, you have a comment, quickly do that. But of course, we're talking about tolerance here, religious tolerance, and how we can build it, how we can attain it at a level, to a level at which we would not necessarily have to record killings or lynching in the name of any religion. Well, we still have Reverend Hayab and of course Sheikh Moriah here with us in the studio. Join the conversation 0700 993 993 993. That's 0700 993 993 993. If you're a lady, you can call 01 465 7190. You can send us a message on WhatsApp. Would like to hear from you, or you could tweet with the hashtag WhatsApp Lagos on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM. We've got messages.
I think there's a message here. Good morning, what's up, Lagos? My greetings to the two religious leaders. Please, my question goes to the Muslim leader in the studio. Is there a difference between Islam in Nigeria and that of other countries like Iraq, Turkey, etc.? Because in his statement, he made mention of showing love to humanity, but other Islamic countries like Turkey, they don't allow Christians to preach the gospel, and if they catch any of them, they will be killed. Is that true? And if anyone gets convicted as a Christian, that person will be killed. Because I've watched and listened to many people, YouTubers, getting convicted from Muslim to Christians. Your name is Joe. Joe, I think there are some assertions you're making that I don't think
are unfounded.
Proper.
Okay.
But let me see if the sheikh.
But the sheikh is a sheikh in Nigeria. He doesn't live in Turkey, neither does he live in Iran.
Be that as it may, no single country on this planet that Christianity or Judaism is prohibited by the religion of Islam in that country.
Okay.
But some extremists can do what the questioner has put forward, and their actions and saying are not in tandem with the teachings, tenets, and injunctions.
Oh, I think that we lost the sheikh there. But we're going to try to get them back.
Yeah. Let's see if
we have some more messages.
Okay, this one's short. What's up, Lagos? What the pastor is saying makes much sense. I never thought like that as a Christian. He is educating us as Nigerians, not as a pastor. Thank you for that
message. Okay. I think we have a call coming in there from Ademola George. Let's see if we can take that call quickly. Hello, Ademola. What's up, Lagos? Thanks for joining us.
Hello, good morning.
It's still morning. Yes, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, I'm Ade. I'm calling from England. I've been listening to the conversation. It's quite interesting. I just have a question for the Sheikh.
Okay.
So I am a Yoruba man. I'm a product of interreligious marriage. My father is a Muslim. My mother is a Christian. Although I am a Christian at the moment, but I have a fair knowledge of both religions.
Okay.
But I just want to say something. So what are religious leaders doing about this extremism, especially in the northern part of the country?
Mm-hmm.
Because what we keep hearing is they are not true Muslims. They are not true. That is not even the case now. What are they doing? Because the case of Deborah is still very, very fresh. This happened in a school. These are educated people. It happened in a college of education.
Yeah.
I understand that, yes, those people went to the extreme. So what are these religious leaders doing to tackle that? Rebecca's case is just the first of several that has happened over the years. So it's not about just coming to say they are not true Muslims. They are not following. That's not what we want. What actions are they doing? What exactly are they doing because the stories are endless. If you come and tell you the stories of all this, they are endless. That's what I wanted to ask him. Thank you.
All right,
thank you very much, Ade, for calling us. We're going to try to get our guests back in the studio so they can join us to give us more information. I've written down that question, so we will take that question right after the guest joins us again. Okay, back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning. What's up, Lagos?
Hello, good morning.
What's up, Lagos? Yes, what's your name?
Yeah, my name is Ronnie from here.
Please turn off your radio. Walk away from it.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my question is going. What is the of that like a religion for the Muslim, like Izala and Erika?
Sorry?
I want to know what they're teaching about them for the religion before they come out.
Teaching about what, please?
Like their one religion. How about their teaching for the religion of Izala and Erika? Do like Christian, like Buddhism and Catholic,
Okay, are there
all these
okay.
denominations?
So are there variants of Islam? That's what he's saying. Like denominations, like in the Christian. If we have different
what
denominations.
are they teaching?
Okay. Well, we'll those questions are reserved for them. All right. Join the conversation. I think we have another message.
Yes, a message here says, "What's up, Lagos? My question is, why is it that the extremists are always Muslims? Do we have Christian extremists who can kill for a reason, or Muslim fathers our Muslim fathers should answer?" See, I love my Muslim brothers and sisters. Thank you. You didn't put in your name in that. This message says, this is a rather, okay, yeah. He says, during my NYSC in Kebbi State, the people in a Alero government said no church must be planted in the local government area. We were unable to fellowship as Christians. People only assembled in the NYSC fellowship. The people in the north are not really tolerant when it comes to religion. Is it that they practice different religion than the Muslims down south? Iria Francis is your name. We'll ask these questions once we get in touch. Back. Okay. Hi guys, can your guests say with proof if the God... okay, this is unnecessary. Jimmy, thank you. I can't read your message. All right, it's 11:49.
All right. Well, we're still trying to get our guests back. We probably will have to call them on the phone, but in the meantime, we're still taking your thoughts and your comments. What role do we play as Nigerians? Because you see, we're also known. We know ourselves. We do our jobs. We go to our offices. We go to our business places. We do what we need to do. Why? Because everything I've heard today seems like the background is that, we're letting our leaders mislead us. Mm-hmm. Do we not have a mind of our own to choose between good and bad? And what role are we playing also in building and growing this intolerance that now we're all complaining of? Of course, we do have a role to play.
We play certainly. That's true.
So what conversations are we having on our breakfast or dinner tables or in our, in our rooms, in our houses? What conversations are we having? What conversations are we having that has somewhat built this mindset so much so that, and we can't just say that it's just the Muslims. The Christians also have their own, So what is it that we're having? What conversations are we having that are causing this?
Skype?
All right, I think we have Osaze calling us from Canada. Hello, Osaze. Good morning.
Morning. What's up, Lagos?
What's up?
How you doing, Osaze?
Not bad. And yourself?
I'm all right. Go ahead then.
Okay. Someone asked the two types of Islam. It's Sunni and Shiite. Saudi Arabia is the leader of one. Okay. The other one is led by Iran. And straight to my question, I think it's a follow-up with the question the guy from England asked. Why are they not doing anything about these extremists? And they literally fold their hand when it happens and blame it on the extremists.
Or do we ask what are they doing? Because we really can't say they're not doing anything. Yeah?
We need to ask what exactly they're doing.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would like to know what exactly they're doing about it. And why is it that they don't also promote Western education in order to, better their life? Because I don't know. The two Islam I just mentioned that are led by Saudi Arabia and Iran, they still promote Western education, which helps them level out when it comes to, surviving and helping themselves. Why is that in Nigeria it's different and we still keep using this, is this social character where it's because the person is from a disadvantaged state, they are allowed to scale through, while someone from a competitive state in Nigeria in terms of education, they are shown that they are not in, or they are not allowed into an institution because the state is competitive compared to that of a northern state. Because I feel it's in Nigeria back, and this has been a topic since the 60s, and it's still a topic till today. Why are they not doing something about it?
Okay, thank you very much for calling. I think that if we listen to what they said earlier on, they kept saying in their little way, they've done this, they've done that. They're going to not just within their churches, they're going to the grassroots to preach the message. I think it was Reverend Hayab who said that he asked, Muslim and Christian women that this labor that you go through, is there a certain labor for Muslim women and a certain one for Christian women? So they are doing their little. But of course, we're going to allow them answer all of these questions. We're almost out of time.
Almost.
We have just about maybe 3 minutes to have this conversation.
All right, let's take a couple of messages. What's up, Lagos? My name is Sadiq from Jakonde. We individuals also have our roles to play. We must respect each other's religion. Like in my workplace, I'm the only Muslim. It pains me how my colleagues speak ill of my religion, even in my presence. I do feel bad and defenseless. Such things can trigger intolerance. All right. And so many, well, if you have a question, okay, what's up, Lagos? What did the sheikh say when the Christian student was murdered by her schoolmates in Sokoto? Did he publicly condemn it? Rotimi, that's your question. This one's what's up, Lagos? Religion is the major cause of our problems in Nigeria. Political class have used religion to divide us. We need to get it right as soon as possible. Olatunde from Moe, thank you for your questions and messages.
Unfortunately, we can't get our guests back, but they will come back another time to have this conversation. Time is not on our side, and we have to go. But we want to say thank you to Sheikh Moriah and, of course, Joseph Hayab, Reverend. And these gentlemen, both from the North, have tried to educate us on the importance of tolerance, whether it be Muslim, whether you be Christian, even ethnic tolerance. We've talked about this, and we want to thank you all for being part of the conversation. Unfortunately, they dropped off that call and we were unable to get them back. But we have to go. That's it.
More conversation, more talk, more.
Believe and win big.
I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those that need to be fired are fired.
It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not.
And I want